So when we go into the word metabolism itself, you should have this idea that it is a set of two chemical reactions. Why? Because we need energy out of it, because we need substrate out of it, so that we can sustain life. So majority of that metabolism where we want to produce energy molecules so that the body can do work. Kalau tengok all these metabolism, they will convert from one molecule to another molecule, to other type of molecule. At the same time, energy transfer will happen. So dua isi besar kat situ, two major things. Metabolism is about when we convert molecule from one molecule to other molecule at the same time. Pada masa yang sama, ada berlaku pemindahan. Betulkan bahasa tu ya, siapa-siapa yang tahu sila betulkan. Transfer of energy. If we look at figure 6.2, catabolism and anabolism, this will explain the idea of metabolism itself. Kalau tengok, we start with macromolecules. Okay, give me one example of carbohydrate yang you makan sekarang ataupun yang dah makan tadi ataupun yang akan makan sebentar lagi. Example of carbohydrate. Nasi. Tengah makan nasi ke tu? Roti. Roti. Okay, so nasi. Biskut. Biscuits. Okay. Nasi, roti, biscuits. These are source for carbohydrates, right? So source for carbohydrates. So that is considered as macromolecule. Sebab apa? Dia masih dalam bentuk polysaccharide. Betul Dia masih dalam bentuk polysaccharide. Saya tulis sikit-sikit tu boleh faham polysaccharide. When we eat, bila kita makan, and then we have physical digestion kat situ, and then dekat mulut kita ada, we start having maltose maltosa. Maltose tu, we start having maltose and, maltase, amylase dalam mulut, it will break down to form maltase dalam mulut. So that, maknanya kita dah kecilkan dah. We are breaking down into a smaller molecule daripada polysaccharide into disaccharide, which is maltase. So, maltose. Kau pun senyap juga. Maltose. So, that is catabolism. One type of catabolism. And then, lepas tu, bla bla bla, masuk dalam intestine, kita akan dapat sugar. So, those are from having polysaccharide, kita akan break down. Cepat pula dia pergi ya. Kita akan break down from carbohydrate into sugar. Sugar, it can be glucose. For instance, glucose is the smallest monosaccharide. It's a monosaccharide. From polysaccharide tadi, starch tadi tu, dalam nasi, roti ataupun biscuits, it will turn into sugar. Simple sugar. For instance, glucose. So while doing that, dalam polysaccharide tu, dalam sugar tu, dalam gula tu, kita ada ikatan-ikatan yang membawa energy, which carries energy. The energy tu simpan kat mana? Disimpan pada the electron. So that electron has this energy where it can generate the production of ATP. Sebab kita akan tengok nanti, minggu depan lah insyaAllah, glucose tu, macam mana glucose yang kita ambil tu, ataupun bila kita makan starch and glucose jadi dalam badan, glucose will be breakdown. Dia breakdown through apa? Glycolysis. That glycolysis tu will break down and produce ATP. Macam mana dia produce ATP? Where does this ATP comes from? If you look at the structure kat sebelah sini, sebelah kiri ni, ADP plus phosphate, dia akan jadi ATP. Berarti, dua phosphate tadi will combine with another phosphate. So that phosphate bond dia tu, the bond of that third phosphate tu carries high energy. Dia bawa tenaga yang sangat tinggi pada ikatan phosphate tu sendiri. Because of the electron carries high energy. Nampak ke? Energy kat elektron tu. Tak nampak kan? But we know ada energy. Sama jugalah. Kita nampak ke Tuhan? Mana? Nampak pun. Tapi kita tahu ada Tuhan. Because of the creation. Because kita tahu siapa create semua benda ni kan. Okay, so that is catabolism. Meaning that we break down polysaccharide ke, makan protein ke, ambil fat ke. So we know that it will be break down into smaller size ataupun simple molecules. Dalam pembentukan simple molecules tu, break ikatan-ikatan tu, that energy will be passed on to form ATP. That is energy lah. Okay, that is for catabolism. For anabolism pun sama jugalah. So, dia akan menggunakan tenaga. For catabolism, it produce energy. Contoh, when we have, let's say, we want to produce glycogen. Glycogen tu ialah polysaccharide, where if we have excess of sugar in the body, glucose terlebih-lebih pula makan. So we're going to keep that one, store that one dalam bentuk glycogen. So meaning that from glucose, tadi ini ialah monosaccharide, simple sugar, monosaccharide. Monosaccharide tu kita akan simpan dia dalam bentuk polysaccharide. So nak simpan tu, nak bina tu, we need energy. So that is where the ATP comes in. Dia akan bagi energy supaya ikatan-ikatan dapat dibina. So that's the basic idea of metabolism.